Oh my God. Okay, YouTube. I know it's been a long time since I have posted, and I do apologize. But the other day, I got it in me to want to post another video anyway. Mind you, I have a slight attention deficit, so my ass is going to go off into some other whatever, so blah blah blah. We're gonna get right back to the subject here. Yesterday, I cannot believe this fucking happened to me, so please understand that I'm not making this up. If I was making this up, I swear to you, I would tell you it was a lie. I would say this was a joke, but this fucking was not a joke. This really fucking happened to me. I happen to be on the bus and I have my son with me. I have my oldest son, he's like 7. So my son was sitting next to me, he was sitting close to the window, and he's looking out the window, and I'm talking to this chick that's behind me, okay, behind me in the next bus seat over. I know the details about my kid is totally irrelevant to this whole story, but I have to kind of bring that in, being that I was sitting next to him. And so now you get the picture. Here's me, you know, sitting here, and here's my little boy sitting next to the window on the, you know, to the outside of the bus. And then there's a girl behind us who's sitting on the same side that he's sitting on, okay? And, you know, facing the window. So I was turned around and I was looking at her, talking to her. Now, mind you, we were talking about the simple fact that there's like, where I live over here, where I live at, I live in the ghetto, 1. 2, there is no grocery stores here. The last one just shut down, I think, like almost a year ago or some bullshit. So what we were talking about is that situation. But here's the kicker. I was pissed off when I was talking to her. I was pissed off about the fact that that grocery store shut down, right? But when it shut down, there was another church that opened up on the same fucking, like, it was like literally a block over from that fucking grocery store that shut down, and it really pissed me off. Now, the reason why this pisses me off so is that there's about, give or take, about 5-6 churches around here, okay? And I mean, like, maybe I'm just, you know, miscounting, because it seems like on every fucking block I go on, there's a goddamn church. So I was telling her that I was really pissed off at the fact that there's a fuck ton of churches around here, a fuck ton of hair stores, and a fuck ton of fucking, like, you know, clothing stores for cheap around here, but no grocery store. For me to get a loaf of fucking bread, I have to go either, you know, halfway across town, or I have to go I have to get on the goddamn bus just to get to the nearest fucking spot. Like, I'm talking about, these places that I'm talking about are either a mile and a half or a mile away, you know, considering give or take or whatever, or maybe even 5 miles away, okay? And then fucking Walmart is like literally the super Walmart is about 30 to 40 minutes away from here. So you get my point. I have to get on the bus to get a loaf of bread. It is fucking ridiculous. So I was bitching about this, okay? And I told the girl, I said, don't get me wrong, you know. I said, I understand that if you people want to worship your God, that's fine, okay? But what the fuck do you have to give thanks for when there's no grocery stores around? Like, you're literally giving thanks to him for nothing. I mean, the simple fact that I have to walk to the nearest bus stop, and then when I get on the fucking bus, I have to wait 30 to fucking maybe even 15-20 minutes before I get to hit a fucking grocery store, okay? Just the simple fact that I have to do that, I don't understand how anybody could give praise to this God when there's no fucking grocery stores close by. You can't fill your belly because of that shit, okay? So I was telling her that there's this preacher guy, and this did happen to me. I was going up the street one day, and this guy came out of church, and he kept begging me to go to his church. Now, this is a pastor, okay? This church is literally up the block. And when I told him no thank you for, like, the upteenth time, okay, well, the first time, and, you know, the other times that I told him I was trying to be nice, this one time I was being an asshole because I was just tired of him begging me to go to his church. So I said, no, thank you. Okay. So, and I said it in a nice way. I said, no, thank you, sir. You know, and I had my kids with me. He fucking harassed me all the way down the street. You should really come. You should really come. You should really come to my church. And I was like, I wanted to turn around, grab this man by the shoulders and start shaking him and saying, look, motherfucker, I have to fucking get on the bus in order to get a loaf of bread, a small loaf of bread, okay? Because the other store around here that I can go to for a loaf of bread, they will charge you $3 fucking for a loaf of bread instead of charging you, like, instead of you having an option, because it's a CVS store. I mean, come on. And besides, what the hell is CVS doing selling bread anyway? But like I said, before I go all over the place, back to the story. Oh my fucking God. Don't you know that while I'm on the bus and I'm saying this shit, there was this blind woman sitting in front of us, right? In front of me and my child, all right? She seemed to be pretty peaceful at first, but when I said, don't you find it fucking ridiculous that I have to get on the bus in order to get a loaf of fucking bread because these bitches keep posting churches up every fucking where? You know, they can't get it in their head to fucking put a goddamn pantry, even a pantry around. Instead, they're putting these fucking churches, building them everywhere, instead of putting a fucking grocery store. Don't you know, as soon as I said that to this chick and she started laughing, this blind woman gets up out of her seat. Okay, gets up out of her seat, comes over to where me and my child are sitting. Mind you, we're behind her, so it ain't that hard. Okay, she's got shades on, you know, she has a fucking cane, so I didn't think she was able to do this, but she kept nudging me in the arm, like, you know, like she was hitting me. And I just looked at her blank-faced, like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, I was so shocked that the blind woman even got up out of her seat and proceeded to stab me in the arm. You know what I'm saying? With her fingers, trying to get me to say something or whatever. And then she started, like, looking over my seat, like, you know, out the window. So my little one that's sitting next to me, my 7-year-old, is looking like, what the fuck is she doing? And I'm, like, looking at him like, what the fuck is she doing? And I kind of figured maybe she's trying to look for the fucking, I don't know, the pulley to stop the bus. I don't fucking know. But she was standing over my seat, wandering around like, who said that? Like that, you know, that kind of way. So she sits back down in her seat, okay? And it comes time for us to get off at our stop. Well, I get up from my seat. Okay, after telling this girl that I'm atheist, you know, I don't, you know, this is the reason why I am, this is one of the reasons why I am, okay? I get up out of my seat. And just as I go by this woman's seat, mind you, there is like 6 or 7 people in the back of the fucking bus, all right? 6 or 7 people in which you could not guess even in a million years which one was me. But I walk past her seat and she takes her fucking cane and hits me in the leg with it. Like on purpose, hits me in the leg with it. I was like, okay, I know I'm not tripping. And I'm telling you, I'm so much in shock about this. I fucking came home yesterday and forgot about it because it was just like, what the hell just happened? But yes, I got my ass kicked by a fucking blind woman because I don't believe in her crap. I don't believe in her God. And I have a fucking problem with him popping up his fucking churches all over the place instead of putting a fucking grocery store up so me and my kids can eat. Okay? Yes, this happened to me. I couldn't fucking believe it happened, but it fucking happened. I proceeded to get up and get off the bus, and the first thought that jumped in my head was, you know what? Even if she did it on purpose, I'm not going to lash out at her because one, I strongly believe in peace, okay? I believe that you should be peaceful with people, one. And two, I'm never gonna see your dumb ass again. So I don't know what the fuck you were trying to do, putting your fucking cane or whatever the fuck you were doing. I don't know what the hell she was trying to do. But lady, seriously, is this how Christian people are supposed to act? They just lash out and attack motherfuckers who don't believe in their shit? I mean, seriously, what? Have you people gotten bold now? I can't go outside and fucking say, hey, you know, I don't believe in that God. Do you believe in that God? Oh, no, I don't believe in it. And then you see me say I don't believe in it, and the first thing you do, you can just walk up and smack me in public? Does that how it fucking works? I mean, really, where is your God in all this? Like, does he even, like, jump in your fucking brain for a minute and say, hey, you need to stop doing that. You're abusing people, and that's not what I taught you in my book. Oh, he didn't teach you that, right? Because he was too busy abusing people in the book the whole fucking time, right? But you can't see that because obviously it was okay for this woman to do what she did. And then my baby's standing there with me. You know, my 7-year-old is like right next to me. What if she'd have hit my son? I would have went off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, lady, come on. And then my thing is, how the fuck are you following a God that has blinded you? Okay, that's what I want to know. What the fuck did he just give you, like, you know? Oh, I get it. He takes your sight away, but then he gives you special powers to smell out atheists and beat them with your cane. Is that what the fuck it was, lady? Seriously, like, you just had all these super fucking powers to just float on over to my seat and sniff me out and take a fucking cane or whatever and proceed to beat me on the head over, you know, for not believing in your stupid God. I mean, shit, that's just gonna convince me even more not to believe in your God. So, I gotta let this go. I really do. I have to let it go, but I will say this. The next time you assholes see me or don't see me out in fucking public, okay, keep in mind that my opinions are my fucking opinions. And when I'm talking to someone else who shares my opinions, I'm not talking to you, okay? This means keep your fucking hands to yourself,